14th Amendment of the USA Constitution was adopted on July 9, 1868. The spirit of the amendment addressed citizenship rights and equal protection of the laws after the American Civil War, which was fought to free African American slaves. Now it is 145 years later, and the writers of the USA Constitution never considered that women from other countries would use the benefits of that same amendment to enter the United States just to claim citizenship for their children, at times upsetting some Americans and leading to intense media coverage. This system is called birth tourism. Mr. Buddha has many years of experience in immigration law. He is a member of American Immigration Lawyers Association. His California bar license allows him to practice in all California courts and the United States District Federal Court, Central District of California.
Birth tourism is where women are coming to the United States for the exclusive opportunity to give birth to a baby and bequeath, which means to give to citizenship to their baby, U.S. citizenship. Well, it's certainly the easiest way to get U.S. citizenship. Be born here, it's given to you automatically. To get a green card in the United States is not an easy process. You have to have an employment reason or a family reason or an investment, make a very sizable investment into the United States just to get a green card. A woman giving birth in the United States is allowed to do that. Nobody's stopping someone from their pregnancy. To my knowledge, no one's ever been denied entry into the United States because they were pregnant. So a woman who comes to the United States is certainly allowed to give birth in the United States. Yes, there's nothing illegal about it. A business person can rent a room or an apartment in their building. They can rent to anybody they want to, providing it's not considered illegal. The fact that these hotels, maternity hotels, are existing proves that they're illegal. They would be stopped otherwise.
Protesters in Chino Hills marched outside this gated.
Each individual city can make its own zoning rules and laws, and there might be a zoning ordinance, which is a law, that says that a certain number of pregnant women cannot occupy the same space. So yes, that could be, but then again, the zoning ordinance would only be for a safety issue, like they don't want a fire in the building where people can't get out. They could never have a zoning ordinance that says pregnant women can't stay, because of their pregnancy, they can't live in a certain building. That would go against U.S. discrimination laws. As general advice, a pregnant woman needs to look and make sure that the house is safe, that they can exit the house in case of a fire, that the building has smoke alarms and is safe in every way, because once a woman's into her pregnancy, 9 months, it's hard to get around. Having children myself, I know that we took extra precautions to make sure my wife wasn't slipping and falling and things like that. So it's just really safety issues. If the landlord of these types of buildings is trying to make too much money and trying to put too many women in one area or something, they should not agree to it. No. They should be thinking of their own safety first.
Mrs. Lee is one of the mothers who came to United States for birth tourism. She gave the birth to her second child here in the United States. However, she also brought her older son to U.S. to study and live, which makes her a bit different from other mothers. She opened a birth hotel to supply rental services to those mothers who came to U.S. for birth tourism.
因为我跟其他的，我不知道别人，因为我是很突然的，因为是到这儿来之后度假的时候偶然怀孕的嘛，所以没有太多的准备。回去就是，在国内肯定是不让生了，这个二胎，因为我有兄弟姐妹，不符合这个就可以要二胎的这个标准，单位也不允许，像银行这样的单位也是不允许的，所以就是回去， 把老大接过来，就是你没有很多准备，不能说是匆匆的吧，但是也没有太多的准备就过来了，因为必须得要。我看到这边的孩子就是教育，在上学呀，孩子们都特别压力没有那么大。因为老大我在国内读，我这个老大在国内读初中，就开始感觉到压力了，很大的压力，写作业都要写到半夜2点。他来了以后就觉得特别开心呢。课程也不是那么松，但是整个感觉氛围不是就是压迫感不是那么强。回到家里作业也少，然后挺开心的。我现在这个形式还不算纯粹的一个月子中心，主要我提供住宿，有很大一部分的人过来生小孩，他们就是找月子中心。月子中心呢，他们的住宿，他们的房间也是有限的，所以我在那儿我跟他们联系好了，他们如果住不下了，就可以到我这边来住。我只是觉得孩子在这边能健健康康的，长大，受到的教育，也不是那么很压迫，他们能开开心心的，以后他们自己的路还需要他们自己走，我们也没有办法去规划他们，我们能做的就是利用我们的能力，把他移民到美国，剩下的路就是还是由他们自己走，就是这样。还吃。哎呀。
According to USA statistical sources, infant and mom services birth hotels can be found everywhere in Chinese residential district of Los Angeles. According to the Los Angeles Times, there are 60 known birth hotels in the Los Angeles County area. Los Angeles accounts for 88.6% of total birth hotels in California. Meanwhile, the news reports by mainstream U.S. media, such as CNN, NBC, or CBS, give birth tourism more attention, often focusing on local opposition without addressing the challenges faced by the Chinese women.
Chino Hills wants to look into zoning issues. They want to know, is that a hotel in a residential neighborhood? A law enforcement source.
Okay, there's two types of the business here. One type is called homestay. Another type is called maternity house. Homestay is like very basic, just like you are renting to a tenant who live here. You just renting a room, and you provide a little bit service. Just take them to buy the grocery, without taking care of their daily life. They cook by themselves. And also you have to take them to see the doctor. And when they're going to give birth, you take them to hospital. That's all. You take them back to the place they either their husband taking care of themselves or their parents taking care of them.
我们会有个 king size 的双人床，还有一个单人床。
Another type is full service called maternity house or hotel. And basically this is a full service. You are not only taken to shopping, also you have to provide you have to cook for them. And the rest of the stuff is similar. Oh, another difference, when they have baby, there's also a nurse to help and take care of the baby. And so mother can have a better sleep. That's something of the full service. Usually for a room, for a sharing bathroom room, costs at least over 5,000 per month. Yes, because the reason why that costing high, because you have to hire a nurse to take care of the baby, and you have to hire, you have someone to have to cook for them, and you have to buy the food, and you have to of course, you provide water, electricity, everything. Basically, everything included. If you have an individual bathroom, probably you add probably another $1,000 more. Birth tourism is not new stuff. Have been around United States for a long time. The reason why I get attention because of a recent Chinese tourism, because too many people shows up in a small in LA area. That's why attract a lot of attention.
CBS News recently reported that birth tourism is permitted under immigration law as long as the mother has a valid tourist or business visa. But maternity hotels in the San Gabriel Valley east of LA typically operate out of single-family homes in violation of zoning laws, showing that this is largely an issue of local law and local news coverage in the U.S.
The birth hotels in California, New York, some are legal and some are illegal. The legal ones would be ones that follow the rules of the land, pay taxes, follow zoning laws, and stay inside the parameters of the law. The illegal ones would be hotels that are run by foreigners that do not have a green card or are totally undocumented or are here on a visa or some other temporary situation, and who are using a residential house for housing to provide services for pregnant Chinese women and not paying any taxes. So even if you were an American citizen and you didn't pay taxes, you would be operating illegally. The 14th Amendment is a guaranteed fact. Doesn't really apply. It just allows it to happen. But however, the illegal aspect here is the fact that they choose not to, those that do, not pay the taxes on a federal, state, and local basis. It's not a national issue, but it is a local issue. It's a local issue in California. They're critical issues because they're local problems, where they're concerned with real estate values of their homes going down because somebody's running a commercial business in their neighborhood. So on a local basis, there's a lot of emotion involved. People were picketing in Chino, forcing birth hotels to close. Towns crack down on the zoning laws, not the tax laws, but the zoning laws, because they don't have control over the federal government's taxing situation. That would be an IRS agent, totally different agency. But on the local level, very emotional, and most Americans are, I would say, opposed to having it in their neighborhood.
It's not just about Chinese, it's about all cultures coming over and taking advantage of our services here in America. My grandfather did it the right way. I have his U.S. immigration paperwork.
I personally don't agree with it. I don't think it's going to fly. I think my solution would be to make it legal. It's like marijuana and drugs. You know, one of the best ways to get rid of it is to make it legal. Then it just goes away. Just get out of the residential neighborhood, nobody would care. If they were in a commercial area, then they're following the law. However, in California, the attitude is liberal. We don't seem to care. And so as long as that liberal attitude continues, the industry will thrive. And as we pointed out in the paper, some of the landlords can make upwards of $750,000 in one calendar year. It's a lot of money.
Chino Hills resident Rosanna Michelle says, when people think of the American dream, they are not thinking about birth tourism. They are thinking about people who come here, immigrate here, work hard, pay their taxes, become citizens, and become Americans.